People have voted after I managed to set up a bot for Sherlock Holmes. I missed hype though because I had chapter 1 set in there, but we already played chapter 1. I meant to type The Awakened, but that's okay. I wanted to see if there's... Nope, not that. First of all, English. Second of all, is there subtitles? Yes. Third of all, controls. Okay. So... that's okay. Apparently you can only play with mouse and keyboard again. But yeah, this is Sherlock Holmes The Awakened. I think this is the remake because there was The Awakened before. But this one is one that has had like a crowdfunding backing and things like that, and this one was made like 2022. And apparently it's the best game of the series, we shall see. So yeah, let's start and see. Ooh, we got another Mind Palace, huh? It's not from the series, huh? But yeah, let's see how this is. This is technically chapter 1 I think was made after. But like the when it plays is technically before. So yeah, basically we have the imaginary Watson again, and yeah, we shall see how that ends up working out in this game. Last game was alright, some good parts, some meh parts, but yeah, having high hopes for this game. The Shadow over London.
Dr. Watson, would you kindly close the door behind you so that we can limit the price of your carelessness to merely hours of work rather than days?
My apologies, Mr. Holmes. I found myself rather taken aback. I saw tidier houses in war-torn Afghanistan. Are those my surgical needles?
I ran out of tacks and the matter required immediate attention.
Was that my supper?
Plainly not, for I was the one who ate it.
I set it aside for this evening.
And for that I am grateful.
Is that my bed?
Watson, since you've proven yourself a master of observation, might I ask you to apply your skills to a more pertinent question? Namely, the whereabouts of today's newspapers. They are the key to everything. The newsboy is usually reliable.
Medically speaking, I often find that the key to everything is good sleep. In a bed. Your papers are here, on the table.
Let us see what the postman brought today.
Okay. Hold on, I'm a bit confused, but no, there's only one bed. Huh. But there's two... oh my goodness. Ah! I just realized, yep, it's the same. So I think in this one Watson may actually be not imagined. So the room is pretty much identical to the room of the later games, or technically later in time games, one of my favorite Sherlock Holmes games ever. Which is it The Devil's Daughter? I think it was called The Devil's Daughter. I need to check that. But yeah, it's a really good game. And we're gonna in the future play it. I've played it so many times, honestly. But yeah, let me quickly check. No, it's not The Devil's Daughter. It's The Testament of Sherlock Holmes. But yeah, it's basically the same setup with his laboratory. But that one is like older made, but technically with an older Sherlock Holmes. So here's his laboratory, which we likely gonna use the table, the two rooms in the back. Yep, it's practically the same. That's holding, that's annoying. Tensions between England and Sweden are running high after a series of unfortunate mishaps during a recent visit to London by Swedish Princess Ilder, I think. Chief among the scandals was the embarrassment of the British diplomatic corps as a result of the unexplained disappearance of Princess Ilder's personal bodyguard. The longtime member of her inner circle took the opportunity to explore London while Dutin never returned from his late night promenade. Scrolling. Spokesman for the police assured the advertiser that they are confident the bodyguard will be located as he is a striking representative of the Scandinavian people. A man like that gets noticed, whether by his peers at the gentleman's club or the fair nightingales who comfort them.
Local gossip, all of it uninteresting.
What the heck did he do with... Oh, no, never mind, that's just embroidery.
Your order from Barnes' bookshop has arrived, Doctor.
Barnes insists on delivering the books to our door, even though we could easily walk to his shop. That's good service.
Another letter from Werner. I never reply, but they keep coming.
Werner Voge, yes, it's a nod to the other game. So maybe he is not real.
I don't see the Strand. Where is it?
Pardon me?
I am on the precipice of uncovering a pattern of crime across London spanning many months and involving many men. The missing paper cannot be a coincidence.
That's preposterous.
My dear fellow, life is infinitely stranger than anything which the mind of man can invent.
Well, life used your newspaper to wipe its posterior, so after that unpleasant discovery this morning, I disposed of it. But in lieu of the Strand, perhaps I can deliver you something equally tantalizing. I have just returned from a patient of mine, Captain Stemwick, who...
No, that will not do. Grab your coat, Dr. Watson. Let us hope nobody has collected the dustbin.
So something pooped on it? Okay, we can run, that's good. Doors that automatically open, nice. It feels a bit clunky in the beginning. I think I need to get used to maneuvering around here. Not my problem. At least it didn't break. Ooh, that's slightly.
You were mistaken, Dr. Watson. The paper was indeed dirtied, but not how you implied. It's potting soil. A cactus spine. If it gets in your skin, it's awfully tricky to remove, and when laced with poison, the perfect assassination tool. See, Watson? The conspiracy is real. Someone tried to poison me.
Poison? You? That's madness.
Okay.
Do you even have enemies that would want to kill you? Okay, perhaps from Cordona.
Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here.
There's so many newspapers on the street. I'm sure one of them is the
Sorry, Mr.
Strand.
Holmes, I just sold my last paper.
Blast. Then why are you still here?
Boss pays by the hour. No sense in returning early.
You're a bright child. I presume you see everything that goes on around here?
Nothing gets past me, mister.
Then tell me, did you notice anyone suspicious at my door this morning?
Like the man with your newspaper?
Precisely. What do you know?
I know the value of a shilling.
Dr. Watson?
Cool, now I can take the day off.
Did you see what he was up to?
Nah, not really. I saw him approaching your house, but I had a customer. Then there's a loud bang. I ducked down. Not because I was scared, because I wasn't. I had to protect the merchandise. And all I could see was him kneeling at your door.
Huh.
Can you describe the man you saw?
He was carrying a lot of books. Up to his chin they were.
Never heard of a well-read assassin.
Looks can deceive. Hence the appeal of disguises.
Let me guess. He's just a bookstore owner.
Which way did he go?
Not sure. I was distracted by customers. Sorry.
All right. You earned your shilling. That'll be all.
Thanks, Mr. Holmes. Maybe I could be your eyes and ears. If you have more shillings. Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here.
Interesting.
How about that Vogel fellow? He seems rather
Get the
obsessed.
strand. Get your
Would
copy
he
of
do?
Also, from my experience, like, cactus spikes are very easy to remove, and they usually rarely break off the plant. So you can just pull them out when they're still stuck on the plant. It's not like we have spiky cacti, but yeah. I guess some of the lighter ones, maybe they are more tricky to remove. But hey, they do hurt a lot though, and like it's annoying to have to remove multiple. Then again, there's different cacti, so maybe there's some that are not as easy to remove, but eh. Watson brought the morning post, but the strand's missing. Pages were soiled. Mr. Bonks, the bookseller, delivered the book. And then the newspaper article. Wow. We're in the Strand. Nah, that has nothing to do with us. It's the book from Barnes. This one doesn't have... This one doesn't have anything from that. It was unlikely. There we go. Okay, this is a bit different than the last one, but you still have to find the right things. Mr. Barnes is involved in the scheme. The newsboy said the suspicious man was carrying a stack of books, and this morning Mr. Barnes, the local bookseller, delivered a novel for Dr. Watson. A cactus mine for assassination. Bang, a visit to Mr. Barnes is in order. The question is it actually for assassination or not?
Holmes' murder? Yes, Barnes has his quirks, but he also has his scruples.
Not every pawn knows it's part of a game.
Get the strand. Get your copy of the strand here.
Okay, hold on. We need to, pin it. Nope. I pressed C and stuff X. Yeah, that's helpful. Okay. That's pinned.
Get your copy of the strand here.
Well, that should be definitely easy to find. There's a large thing of like Barnes bookseller on the top. To be fair, maybe on the other side, but...
Help me, please. No, I don't know anything about that.
Okay, maybe on the other side. It's definitely nicely modeled. Maybe in the street, or maybe at the end of the other one. Definitely add one of these lanterns, and it has these two glass windows. Well, look at that.
So, Barnes has a dog now. Who's a good boy?
Huh, that may explain what happened. He had to pick up a stock's poo, maybe? Let's see. Effects of overworks? Bags under the eye. Ink on his fingers. Just casually walking around. People like that, even like bending down, it's not weird. Sword left leg. Leans heavily on his right leg. And wants to look taller. Wow. Barnes has developed limp and has large bags under his eyes as a result of long hours of intense work. Hours, yeah. He's not very confident and tries to appear taller by wearing high heels. It seems unlikely that such a person would be involved in a murder plot, even if the ink on his hand suggests he's the one who sold the newspaper. Could still be a pawn bigger plan without his knowledge, I would say. Yes, a workaholic. He's definitely a workaholic. Don't think he's blackmailed.
Barnes, a word. Oh, for goodness sake.
Who goes there?
Sherlock Holmes. Now will you please?
Mr. Holmes. Golly, I did not see you come in.
Would you care to answer some questions for me?
Well, I wish I could, but I am deep in the weeds with work. How about we reschedule in a month or two?
Maybe he is being
Now,
blackmailed.
Mr. Barnes. It will only take a moment.
Really deep in the weeds with important things. Well, help yourself to any book. Just take it and pay later. I trust you, Mr. Holmes.
Barnes doesn't seem like himself. Why is he acting this way?
Yeah, maybe he is actually
Yes, Doctor.
being
Is there a way
blackmailed.
to coax him out?
Well, let's see. The thing is, you always are supposed to make the presumptions without like actually knowing much.
Basics of cryptoanalysis. Cryptography in Egypt. It appears Barnes has an interesting hobby.
Exotic plants catalog. That's concerning. You have the cactus. I still don't think he's an assassin. I think more it's like one of those like cases of he had an exotic plant here or something and fell.
In the language of Mycroft's secret agents, it's a sign. Dried flowers are replaced when the job is done. I wonder who the recipient is. The finest view London has to offer.
Hello. Oh, don't worry about it. I'm always happy if somebody even just shows him for a couple minutes.
Wise to stand, but it does make the flowers more visible.
I'm pretty good. Hope you're also good. And yeah, again, like, no worries about only being here for a couple minutes. I appreciate every viewer and every chatter. Okay. So he has something to do with the agents. I really don't know if I should think that he is actually, like, doing something bad, but maybe he is. Let's see. Mr. Bronze is involved in the scheme, and no, I don't think it's this one. It could be the cryptology book. Okay, that one doesn't seem to be right. So, news-based testimony, maybe. Nah. Cryptic book. Then it can only be dead flowers and exotic plants. We don't have anything else. Well, at least it deletes things. You love this game? That's good to hear. Because, yeah, it's the first time I'm playing. Ah, we have disguises immediately. Yeah, actually, more so sometimes we're still in it, and then the stalker, by the way, or top hat, I should say, in decent bit of portrayals. Let's go classic, shall we? Yeah, that looks better. Ah. I'll just see if we can find something else here. Maybe the lady knows more.
So, Barnes has a dog now. Who's a good boy?
Apologies, but I can't hear you. Please come back later.
Barnes has always been a little odd, but this is uncharacteristic even for him.
Yeah, no, there's nothing here, I think. Also, can we unpin this? I cannot see that there's anything pinned, so I would love to, like, know how to scroll through that to get rid of the book from Barnes thing, but hey.
Hello there. What's your name?
Lily, I know, not very original. I should have worn something warmer.
The pot is damaged. The blow was severe, but softened by something.
The newspaper? The book? There.
It must take patience and care to produce a bloom so beautiful.
I imagine so. I merely sell them.
Encouraging people to stop and smell the roses?
Our national emblem.
Some of these hints are sometimes so rare, like unnecessary. Guess I'm missing something here. Ah,
Familiar spine? Is this what I found in my dustbin?
Anything tickle your fancy, Mr. Holmes?
avoid eye contact. Morning route. Clean boots. As Fleming wears a morning robe in memory of a late husband, a dress is made from expensive fabric that's not suitable for work. Shoes show no trace of mud. She must have changed them when she arrived. Her eyes constantly dart around the street, seemingly in search for something. Perhaps she's waiting for someone? While Mrs. Fleming cherishes the memory of her departed husband, she's trying to be fun and to edge suggested by her makeup and nice outfit. Why she tries to bury her grief by dressing extravagantly, she still wears a mourning brooch in memory of a late husband, her gaze always staring off into the distance, reveals her emotional detachment. Taken as a whole, one must conclude that Mrs. Fleming is still reeling from a tragic loss. I'd say still grieving. Why not?
My condolences, Mrs. Fleming.
Mr. Holmes?
Your husband's death. You're clearly still in mourning.
Oh no. I loved him more than anything, of course, but that was some time ago now. Life goes on.
A lesson we all learn, one way or another.
Maybe not.
I'm afraid I can't help with that, Mr. Holmes. Are you sure you're asking the right person? I'm just a flower seller.
Flowers.
What do you make of
Why?
the flowers in Barnes' shop window?
Well, they could use a bit of water.
Do they mean anything to you?
Mean anything how? I'm not sure I'd follow, Mr. Holmes.
Why do you think they're there?
Are you suggesting the flowers are for me?
It seems likely, does it not?
Oh, I hope you're right.
Does she know?
Are you sure you're asking the right person? I'm just a flower seller.
One of these things is not like the other.
Come again?
The cactus. Those fearsome spines can prove a devil to remove, and the sap is often toxic.
And a rose thorn can give you tetanus, but we still grow them. The cactus seems comparatively harmless, though you have me thinking it must be valuable.
I was under the impression that you knew its price already.
Your guess is as good as mine. The first time I saw this cactus was when I came back from my break. Are you sure you're asking the right person? I'm just a flower seller. Are you sure you're asking the right person? I'm just a flower seller.
Are you familiar with Mr. Barnes?
Yes. No, not really. Well, in a way.
What on earth does that mean?
I know who he is, of course, but we haven't shared much more than a look.
A look?
Yes. Each morning I go for a walk in the park with my dog, and most days I spot Mr. Barnes there with his new puppy, so we see each other. Actually, we once met briefly while our dogs played. He was quiet and seemed unsteady as he approached, but since then, we've never spoken. I often see him staring through the shop window. Sometimes I wonder what he thinks about that would etch such longing onto his face.
Maybe he's interested in you, maybe not. Let's see. Claims she doesn't know how the cactus appeared. Hopes the bouquet is for her, so does she actually have interest in him? There we go. Barnes displays a bouquet of dead flowers to attract the attention of Miss Fleming, a florist. You may hope she would come into his shop and give him watering advice, or it could simply be a symbol of his desperation. Let me actually move my microphone over a bit. There we go. Barnes anonymously gifted her a cactus, which she ordered from a catalog on his counter. A questionable choice. But for Barnes, a symbol of his eternal love, since the catalog presents the cacti as immortal. Plainly, this is the same cactus he dropped on the strand outside 221B Baker Street. Now to hear the furry story. So I'm wondering why they look like they look. Looks pretty cool though.
Perhaps I have been chasing shadows.
Do not despair, Mr. Holmes. Even the best of us make mistakes. We better tell Mr. Barnes what we've learned.
Mr. Barnes?
He even got a puppy
I know
for
what you
her.
did, and I know why you did it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Holmes. I can't hear you very well from behind the door.
You ordered a cactus from the plant catalogue and then left it for Mrs. Fleming as a gift. You place flowers in the window to get her attention and wear high heels to appear taller and more desirable. You are her secret admirer. I couldn't read this morning's edition of The Strand because it was covered in soil and spines. I know you dropped a cactus on it and then fled.
Barnes, it's Dr. Watson. Rest assured we are not interested in disclosing your personal affairs to anyone, including Mrs. Fleming. Please come out.
All right then.
So, you know what happened then? I was on my way back from the post office, having picked up the cactus and some books. It was quite an awkward package, heavy too, and when I got to your door, I dropped the cactus and your paper. Forgive me.
I needed that paper to prove a theory and prevent a crime. Your actions were rather disruptive. Your clumsiness carrying the post is matched only by the clumsiness of your romantic gesture.
Oh, it's true. I am useless with this sort of thing. I'm not even sure if Mrs. Fleming noticed.
Well,
As in most things in life, truth is the answer. Cease with the abstruse signals and anonymous gifts, and simply talk to the woman. What is the worst that can happen? She rejects you, and you are freed from this endless purgatory.
That... Yes, you are correct, of course. I do have a slight tendency to overthink things. Thank you.
I mean, who doesn't?
Last, we return to the matter of the paper. I'm investigating a string of burglaries. Did you perhaps read of any before the edition was spoiled?
I don't recall, but you're welcome to read our copy for yourself.
You had an issue of The Strand here all along?
Well, naturally. I am a bookseller. I have a subscription to every magazine and newspaper in London.
So you ought to be familiar with the concept of burying the lead.
Oh no, my apologies, Mr. Holmes. I'll make it up to you however I can. I am an expert on obscure languages and translation and
Yes, okay. Just give me the paper.
Normal, well-adjusted people. Do you know any? I haven't met any of that. Saltpeter explosion rocks docks. Lookers at the port of London had a rude awakening last night with loud bangs and thick red smoke disturbing the peace. Merchant ship Moskva had docked the pier N3 in the early evening en route to Europe when it was rocked by several concussive explosions. The port authorities yet to comment on the incident, and it is unknown if any crew members were on board at the time. Eyewitnesses report seeing saltpeter leaking into the river, but with the area still off limits to workers and the public, it may be some time before we have a full account of what transpired. Yeah.
Farewell, Mr. Barnes. I hope to hear good news about you and Mrs. Fleming.
Well, I hope he has some chance there with her. I mean, she was hoping the flowers were for her, so...
The assassination did seem rather unlikely.
There was supposed to be another burglary. I was certain of it. Something you wish to say, Doctor?
No? Well, only that you have a remarkable faculty for deduction and pattern recognition. And that perhaps, if ill-applied...
I see things that are not there.
Yes. It is London. There will always be burglaries. Doesn't have to mean anything.
So it seems. Forgive me. Without something to occupy my mind, I turn into an entirely different animal.
Which brings us back to my news from earlier. I think I have a case for you, a real one.
Truly?
Indeed. Though perhaps not as thrilling as your stories from Cordona. A patient of mine, Captain Stenwick, told me that his servant disappeared. I said I knew just the man to help. What do you say?
Oh, Watson.
Yes, I know it's not the most tantalizing mystery, nor the story to launch my writing career. But...
it's brilliant. Let's go.
Oh, good. Well, his house is nearby. Come.
You met several well-adjusted people, they're quite boring. Besides, if you're overthinking and not underthinking, and that's what's important. Yeah, some people would need more thinking, indeed.
Not much further now.
Look at that.
Lousy attitude of yours because of my altercation with Inspector Lockhart. Did he put you up to this?
Sir, the inspector has nothing to do with it. I'm telling you the same thing I tell anyone seeking a missing person.
Good day, gentlemen. Forgive the intrusion. Captain Stenwick, this is my colleague Sherlock Holmes, the consulting detective I told you about.
At last, a professional. This useless officer refuses to do anything about Kimmy here, my missing servant. What was your name again? I shall be certain to inform your superiors.
Sergeant Ruffles. And it's my superiors who made this decision, sir.
Thank you for treating Flu Flu. Always appreciate if you guys take care of this cute little dragon.
Have there been other disappearances lately?
Of course, here and there. When life is tough and opportunity comes knocking, you can't blame those who answer.
Why has the police department decided not to help?
We investigate murders, thefts, fraud, arson, real crimes. A servant walking away from his master is not our highest priority. That said,
Did he
if we
walk
find
away
anyone
though?
breaking the law, we'll be sure to notify Captain Stenwick. Now, I must be off. Best of luck in your search.
You heard that, didn't you? The way that man spoke to me. I shall need your written testimony. Then we can lodge a complaint.
Captain, perhaps Mr. Holmes' time is better spent learning about your servant, so that he may begin his investigation.
Ah, yes. Quite right. Fire away.
Tell me about Kimmy here.
He's foreign. A Maori. All the way from New Zealand. Biggest man you've ever seen. And as strong as two. Dark hair and fearsome tattoos. He doesn't speak a whit of English. Never bothered to learn. But I made do with pointing. I invested a lot of money in him, so he must be found.
When did you last see your servant?
Kimmy here normally brings me the morning papers, but yesterday I had to get them myself. He must have escaped the night before yesterday.
I wonder why though. Like if you truly treated him well.
May I see your servant's bedroom?
His shack is in the garden. You can't miss it.
Did you search the room?
Of course, but only to check he wasn't lying dead inside. Everything seemed normal at a glance.
The shack's in the garden. Well, we shall see.
Is there
Treating
anything
well.
Kimmy here may have
Ah.
I should think not. He had all he could have wanted. Gainful employment, new clothes, and all the cabbage he could eat.
I take it this is the first time Kimmy here has vanished?
Undoubtedly. The man seemed terrified of the city. I think it was all the noise. He never left this estate. Should he cause any damage, I will bear the responsibility, for it was I who rescued him from savagery and brought him here to England in the first place.
Rescued him from savagery. Okay, well, that's definitely more than just him saving him from something here, so yeah, he's a standard safe. Okay, well, treatment well. Huh.
Did Kimmy here make off with anything of value?
Heavens, no. I would have mentioned it to Sergeant Ruffles.
Still, he must have fled with some money on his person.
No. I kept his wages in my safe. For security.
All right, Captain. I think I have enough to get started. We shall first take a look around the mansion.
For security,
I'm
sure.
here, mentally drafting my complaint.
But yeah, my favorite game in the series is The Testament of Sherlock Holmes.
Chewing tobacco.
This is in the same realm as that.
A shoe print, roughly size 11, with a worn-out sole. These are a workman's boots.
I cannot inspect that. I wonder why. And I cannot move much more, so That's annoying. I would love to be able to inspect this or something to see if I can, but I guess I need some kind of hint. Because, yeah, we're missing a third hint there, but I think that's clear where that is. Q! Ah, okay, well that makes sense then. Photo. Knee print hiding.
Looks like a knee print. Someone knelt here. The amount of chewing tobacco suggests they were waiting a while.
Amazing, Mr. Holmes. To read the ground like an open book.
Maybe it wasn't relative or something like this. Oops. No! Ah! There's only one option, so... No, there's not. Hold on. That didn't seem to fit, so it's not this guy, it's some other person. Okay. I see, there's another person, huh?
The rag reeks of smoke. Someone plugged the chimney.
Ah, lovely. Carbon monoxide poisoning. Somebody got the face pressed in there.
A sack of grain retained the shape of an impact. Someone hit their head here.
Lovely.
A small navy spyglass. A scrap of Hessian.
And a different
These were sturdy
box.
boxes. It would have required a serious blow to break them.
I mean, considering he got hit in the thing there, I'm not too surprised.
A Maori nose flute. Ngurus, they're called. Clothes made of Hessian. Is Stenwick really so miserly?
Likely.
Button chops. The remains of a meal. A heavy chemical odor. Lend me your nose, Doctor.
Ah, I'll never forget that smell after my time in Afghanistan. That's an opioid, Mr. Holmes, a narcotic.
Well, Sherlock should know. Because in the original things, he is just a little bit addicted.
The ashes are long since cold.
Okay, probably just a thing entirely. There we go. No opioid, huh?
Stenwick makes his servant live in a tool shed. You think you know someone?
Well, apparently not. I almost missed that. Parallel tracks from wheels, maybe?
Could have left these tracks. They seem fresh.
Yeah, likely not from this, because that's pretty broken.
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
No. Not like that, because it had the imprint of the nose. It's more like they were missing a decent bit of clues here. Okay, let's go into the... In the statue, someone have been chewing tobacco while hiding for some time. Which means likely we need to talk to... the spy gas and the chewing tobacco. And we have... footprints. Apparently not. Okay. Well, just look for something for a couple minutes before realizing it was in your hand. Happens. The amount of times I looked for my phone while I was using it. Either way, I wanna talk to the... I'm gonna talk to him again. Can you tell me about this one?
Your garden has an interesting lock.
Yes, I have uncommon locks on every door of my mansion. It makes them harder to pick. Kimmy here and I both had a set of keys.
I'll need to borrow them.
No, you'll need to do what I tell you to do. Examine the garden.
Mm-hmm.
Are you joking? Why would I know this? Are you joking? Why would I know this? Where on earth are you going with this?
I came across a pile of Hessian clothes in the shack. Are they Kimahir's?
Yes. I had to give him something to clothe himself. He seemed unfazed by his bare skin, but I found it distracting.
Thanks for the stretch redeem. Welcome. Ow, that was my shoulder. Not expect that sound. Well, great. Now my left shoulder feels weird.
Is this spyglass familiar?
I don't recognize it.
Could it be Kimahir's, perhaps?
I doubt it. I never saw him with it, nor could I suggest how he might have come by it.
Okay, selecting notice.
Where on earth are you going with this?
Do you happen to know Kimahir's shoe size?
I wouldn't have the foggiest, but I'm sure it was enormous. Not that it matters. He spent his life barefoot. Despite my best efforts, he simply did not take to shoes.
Thought so. Because it wasn't his tracks.
Has Kimahir ever indulged in tobacco?
No, the man doesn't even drink.
Are you
Healthy.
certain? I found chewing tobacco in the garden.
I controlled Kimahir's expenses since he struggled with the currency. I would have known if he used tobacco.
Did you know? No. Okay, well... we don't have enough clue yet for that, but... I mean, the thing is, like, some of these cases you know immediately, like we had in the previous game, some of these are just so obscure and, like, things that it would make sense if it's, like, randomly harder to find. But hey. Makes more sense. No, it must be the guy. And with some more force. I like that. Wanted to drug him with opium or something. And that's how, because the thing is, like, the captain said that he's a pretty strong person. So, the likeliness of him being, like, overtaken by somebody like that are very slim. Let me just quickly... it annoys me if there's... There we go. That's better. Don't know if he had his spyglass laying there, that's the thing. It may have been that he just... I think that's more likely. I mean, he didn't smoke any cigarettes, he didn't indulge in anything, so the likeliness of him actually having opium there is very unlikely, so... it would make sense if the guy threw it on him to, like... you know... make him dizzy or something. Yeah, look in the chimney to make the smoke not come out. For carbon monoxide and stuff. I wanna see if I can see where the door leads. Of course not! Yay! Thank you, police card. I mean, he likely wanted to make him drowsy and less strong, considering he was described as a strong person, so... you know... I didn't know if he would have smoked opium or not. That's the thing. I think he would have blocked the thing, but yeah. Can you name him Princess Personal Bodyguard to London off duty but never returned? Ah. Yeah, that's true. They were talking about that. So it's likely that that has to do with this. Ah, you cannot click through. That's annoying. No, because it wasn't it the London I mean, to be fair, they said something about the harbor, but like that was in the other. None of them are right because I think it's the thing with the Strand was the harbor thing, and not the other one with the Lost Bodyguard. That was the London Advertiser, which we cannot choose. Or advertiser, whatever. There are a lot of clues in this garden. I don't think we have anything else we can pin for. Yeah, no. Yeah, because the Strand was the explosion on the port of London last night. But the London Advertiser was the bodyguard missing, so... Actually, yeah, if he was unconscious. The thing is, I thought he must be pushed because it said much force. But yeah, the likeliness of him just stumbling back when he dragged him is actually decently high. And he likely had a wagon, but like... The thing is, that doesn't really... I don't know if that fits through here and how he would have opened it from this side. Maybe I should ask him about the missing guy or something. Like in any other way case of form, we should be able to make it into the side street, but this is a game, so... Okay, we cannot talk to
Do
him.
you think Kimmy here had an accomplice in his escape? Yes, Denwick is no angel, but he's one of my few clients. Please, try to remain courteous. This disappearance is intriguing, no? I cannot make head nor tail of it.
So I was watching him the entire time, and then when he put on the chimney, he threw in the thing and plugged the thing, and when then he noticed he was unconscious, he dragged him over, and that's where he fell, right? Like, that's what I would have thought. Clearly missing like 2 more things, but we cannot go into the side street there, which sucks. This is also locked, of course it is. There we go. I don't have anything about the key. So, must have to do with the rags. The thing is we can pin it. Ah, okay. There we get the thing now. Okay, so you have to pin the things. Moldy, broken, not used recently. Yep. It's not that helpful then. I don't think I need anywhere else. Ugh, I'm always pressing the wrong thing. Unlikely to have been used recently. What happens if I pin this evidence? Can I then talk to him again or something? So I tried to ask him about the key and he just blocked completely, saying we wouldn't get it.
If you find my man, I have a marvelous whiskey with your name on it.
Yeah, that's not in my interest right now. Can I now watch and like maybe pick the keyhole or something? Let's see, maybe I need to follow it to be able to interact with it.
This lock is quite unusual.
No, you can't.
The key should be bent to the right.
I went there and like you... To be fair, I like tried to go into the side street and it didn't work. I went into the other side of the garden and there was nothing. Or garden, I should say. There's like a door there. Like, here there was nothing and... Here there was also nothing. At all. The side street there you cannot go into, but yeah, I haven't been around, I guess. Yeah, okay. Nope. So my idea was, hey, if there's a door to the side street, maybe we can go to the side street. Well, joke's on me. Because no, you can't. Maybe I need to speak to the people here. Or something.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I wish I could help, but I know nothing.
Nothing.
Help me, please.
No, I don't know anything about
No. There's the horse still blocking the road.
Is this familiar to you? I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
I think I may have to, like, can I follow the tracks again? Hold on. Let's pin this one again. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do just now. I need to... I mean, these are not tracks, but these are double, that's a thing. So these are not it. But yeah, I need to ask them about it, maybe they know. I think when you like...
Can I ask you a question?
I wish I could help, but I know nothing.
have it chosen, you can... But the I usually means inspect and not talk. Talking is usually a speech bubble. So, yeah. That's the thing, I would have thought also that it had... But the tracks are different. They're unified tracks, and not like this. But we cannot go around here. I wish I could. And there's this road is blocked, and I think the other one might also be blocked. Hello there, can I talk to you?
Excuse me, just one question. Sorry, sir. I can't help you.
So yeah, we cannot go around. I don't think we have any more evidence that I can check here. No, no. So go around. These all have double tracks. See, that's blocked again. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Maybe they are
Excuse me, just one question.
I can't help you with that, sir.
Yeah.
Single and double tracks. And construction site. They have some nice ideas to block things off. Okay, no, that was Watson. I thought there was something on the car, but I think that was Watson.
I'll stand watch, just in case the strange man comes back.
Oh, he will not. Don't worry. I mean, he may if he asks for delivery. It's not a bike track. Most of them, like, it needs to be a two-wheeler, cause a four-wheeler would make double tracks, especially like this, you know. But it was like a simple track thing, so yeah, it must be like a different style car, something like this, you know.
This disappearance is intriguing, no? I cannot make head nor tail of it.
But yeah, it's like not the one we found, clearly. And we cannot go to the site there. Been in here before. I mean, there's a headline there, but I don't think that's anything, sadly. Whoever would leave a hat outside, especially if it's raining. Guess there's this. Not helpful though. Thing is, it's a back street, so you cannot even see. Trying to figure, but I don't think there's anything in the trees or anything. Something in the fountain? No. I am clearly missing something. Ah, hold on. There's more tracks. Grass doesn't grow here, often used. Pile of logs has fallen. Ah, it's the log carrier thing.
And then took it elsewhere. Can't see it anywhere in the garden.
That I missed. Okay. I'm missing one more though. Yeah, that's very likely. What else do we have though? No. Nah. That's very likely. But also, the thing with this fall is there's a face in there. So he must have fallen the other way, so I thought he was pushed, but I guess he fell like this and then turned. Okay, those are the tracks, so I need to find the key thing. I need to find the last thing with the key. So there needs to be something I could do with the key. Oh. Ah. Well, how about that? Can we now? Yep, can. But how did he close it again? That was likely him.
Surveilling from afar, the intruder waited for a window of opportunity.
Okay.
When Kimahir went to sleep, the man crept up to the shack.
Totally missed the other clues there, but yeah, you have to
Then blocked it with a cloth.
choose the thing to be able to see some of the stuff.
Deep sleep. The intruder tried to move him, but the man was heavier than expected. The intruder fell on the sack and dropped his spyglass. In order to transport the servant, he had to use the cart. The final challenge was opening the garden door. Luckily for our intruder, Kimahir had the key in his shack.
Remarkable. It makes total sense.
But then why is it not open? Like, why is it not open then? Ah. Well, here's spyglass and chewing tobacco remnant. And he left footprints. What? That can't be it, right? Ah, thought so. So the chewing tobacco doesn't count for... Okay. Well, that's weird. Okay, well, that's okay. I have no other blue clues. Blue clues. Okay, hold on. We can pin this and then we can certainly talk to him again. But we cannot find out who anybody is here yet. Also, what do you mean with a contradiction? I mean, the chewing tobacco and the spyglass were from the intruder, and so were the footprints.
You'd best have found something by now, gentlemen.
I found the residue of narcotics in Kimahir's brazier.
Oh yeah, the lock, yeah, absolutely.
Your servant's recreational interest or an attempt at poisoning.
Cut to the chase, Mr.
I mean, to be fair, if he spied on him beforehand, he may have just closed it from the other side and then left.
I fear that
But
someone
yeah.
may have spied upon Kimahir. Likely the owner of the spyglass I found earlier. It appears they were watching for some time, as there was an impressive amount of chewing tobacco on the ground.
And your point?
You said that you checked the shack earlier. Did you notice the cart tracks near it? Now, one ought to expect a servant to make regular use of such a thing. Indeed, I would have overlooked the detail were it not for the cart's absence. If, as you say, Kimahir never leaves your estate, then where did it go?
I expect answers from you, Mr. Holmes, not questions.
He wants you to think, but hey.
I won't keep you in suspense any longer.
Peep, I swear.
Kimahir was abducted by the owner of the spyglass. When your servant fell asleep, he slipped a narcotic into Kimahir's brazier to make him sleep even more soundly. In order to carry a man as large as Kimahir, the intruder stole the cart and rolled him right out of your garden.
Now, hold on. All this simply to tell me what I already know. Why haven't you found him yet?
I only arrived a moment ago. It is, frankly, incredible that I have already deduced...
Also, how would he know? He only knows that he's gone.
Ego is another second wasted. I'm not interested in the how, the why, or the who. I am only interested in recovering my investment. Spare me the claptrap, boy, and go and fetch my servant.
He promised, Watson.
The point is, Captain, we're telling you this for a reason. The intruder fled through the garden door, and we need a key to follow his trail.
Well,
thank you.
You should have led with that. Here you go. I hope you'll return soon with good news. And in the meantime, please teach your companion the art of brevity.
There's another person that maybe should learn that more, but hey, I'm not, you know, not pointing fingers and naming names. But hey, either way, let's go. So you likely tied him.
Sturdy rope, professionally tied in a Portuguese bowline. This knot is often used by sailors to create a bosun's chair. Wheels picked up grass along the way. Kimahir's cart, I gather. Roy Soulsby. Could that be the name of our man? A strange substance. I have my suspicions based on the color and consistency, but would you care to hazard a guess, Doctor?
Well, it's odorless, but from the way it absorbs water, I'd say saltpeter.
Huh.
We're in agreement. Well done.
Well, does it have to do with the incident then? Also, why do people leave that in the street? So, Alexei has something to do with the thing that happens at the docks, right? Presumably that of the kidnapper. Substance could be potassium nitrate, also known as saltpeter. I mean, he's likely a sailor, so... Yeah, that was clear. Particularly not the spyglass and the footprints of a workman's boots. They are add up to one conclusion. Kimihira's abductor is a sailor. Yes, thought so. Likely to the docks. Okay. I mean, probably this one. Because that's the one we just uncovered, right? Yeah, okay. I hate that. My OCD hates that. Leads to the port of London. We know that Kimihira's kidnapper is most likely a sailor. That as well it bears saltpeter residue and that there was a recent saltpeter accident in the port of London. Everything suggests that to find Kimihira we must head to the port of London. There's no time to lose. It's vital that we find a cab to the port of London immediately.
The Strand proved not so useless after all. The saltpeter accident, Doctor, do you recall? The Port of London.
Of course. The footwear, the spyglass.
Indeed. We shall need to take a cab there. Where to go? The Port of London, please. I will show you where to stop.
There we go. Okay, I need to get... Oh, that's lovely. London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. Chapter 2, The Blood Red Night, Port of London. That sounds like London is burning again. Ooh. I don't know if I like that. Fires in London are never good.
What a compelling mystery we have stumbled upon. Perhaps I have the premise of my next novel.
One kidnapping does not a story make.
Stop! A black cat crossed before us. It's a bad omen.
For the superstitious type, Doctor. Such things are mere fantasies, tricks of a feeble mind.
No, they're cute.
Position would keep a surer footing in reality.
I know if any cat crossed my way, I would be happy because they're cute.
Difficult. Once I came across an Afghan, bleeding, who I could not save. He pressed a rosary into my hand. A gift, he said, so as to gain God's favor. After that...
Dr. Watson?
Yes, well, I shan't get into details, but sometime later I found myself lost in the desert. Dehydration set in, and things grew ever more dire. The man's words came to me. I said a prayer and placed the rosary on a rock. A gift to gain God's favor.
And you were rescued?
Yes. An detachment of British soldiers.
Ah, that's pure luck.
Without their diligence, you would not be standing here and I would not have this case.
I'm sure you have...
To be fair, superstition can help in some cases, but it can also, like, lead you to not do certain things that may, like, actually prove to be valuable or good, so... The two-edged blade.
The question remains, why abduct Kimihira?
You know what I mean? Okay. Nope. Nope. I'm always pissing to see it, the legs, because they're right next to each other. Let's see.
Is this familiar to you? I think I can help you.
Oh, really? Man usually wanders close to the dockyard. Nice.
Do you know anything about this?
I can't tell you because I don't know.
Good to know. Oh, also a lovely screen there for a sec. Let's go into the bar, I presume. Yep.
Hardly a reputable establishment.
I've seen worse.
Yeah, just a bit of fly.
Greetings, miss. I'm hoping you can help us.
We shall soon see.
My colleague and I are seeking a burly man, above average height, with workman's boots.
Half my customers, then. Your description hardly narrows things down.
Are you familiar with a Roy Soulsby?
Roy Soulsby? I know the name, but he's not one of my regulars. My guess is that he works somewhere around here.
I heard tell of a recent explosion in the port. What do you know of it?
Ah, yes. Something exploded in a ship's cargo hold. Caused a terrible blaze. The sky was red with smoke till morning.
Where precisely did it occur?
The ship sank near the third pier, next to the dockyard.
As we could read in the newspaper, but hey. Pale chaplets. Morning sickness. Medicine. Letter to tide. Barmaid is in the early stages of pregnancy. She tries to hide it.
Your clothes are already tight and soon they won't fit at all. How far along you?
I thought I'd hidden it better. How did you know? Are you a doctor?
In a manner of speaking.
He's not. He merely has the ego of one. I apologize, miss. Mr. Holmes is fond of his observations, but I am the doctor here, not him. Do you need any help?
I'm fine, thank you. I would rather not discuss my condition, nor let word of it spread.
Okay. Tickets to Oakmont, Massachusetts are still available. Sharon will depart next Tuesday from Pure N2. So Sharon is like the ship. Okay, that must have been Dr. Watson's take again, because... Yeah. Oh, can you go upstairs? Apparently it's outside.
I'm sorry, but I don't know anything.
So she's crying, but she's also... What?
Are you able to help me?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
I guess we need to find the dockyard. Shantytown, huh?
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
No, sorry. I know nothing.
Didn't mean to go down here, but I guess I did. Got a fish hanging in a tree. Ah, fair. Interesting choice, though. It's probably a ride back. It's not the pier we're searching for, by far not. I have the feeling this is a large area to investigate. I so far like that it's not as open as Verona, because that was very annoying. Clue that something is fishy. That fish is just weird, huh?
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
No, sir, I've never heard of it.
I don't think you will find anything here, but hey, guess you can try fishing.
Is this familiar to you?
No, sir, I've never heard.
I think we need to ask this one. No, yeah, still. No, never mind. I was thinking that we may have another clue with the evidence we discovered, but we don't. It's the same one still. Oops. Maybe I could change my clues. Maybe I could, but I don't think that's necessary yet.
Could you help me?
As much as I'd like to help you, I know nothing about
Thing is, we pinned the evidence already. It's not helpful. I need to find the precise dock. This looks kind of right, cause if
Not in the mood, mate. Shoo!
Pardon me, sir. I am looking for Roy.
Not again. Yes, I'm Roy, but I can't help you find your uncle or whoever you've lost.
Now, what makes me think I would inquire about missing people?
You are the 4th person to ask this week. Just because I work at the port doesn't mean I keep track of everyone who comes here.
May I ask what you're doing here?
This is where the ship sank the other day. I'm trying to work out how we'll remove it.
You say we are not the first to ask you about a disappearance. Do you recall anything about those who came inquiring?
I only remember the foreign woman. I didn't catch her name, but those are her posters hanging up everywhere. She has badgered me twice now, and I still don't know nothing.
And this woman can be found?
No clue. She was talking gibberish.
Now, where was I? Have you seen this before?
My card? Where did you dig that up?
At a crime scene near Baker Street involving a young servant's kidnapping, I might add.
No. Someone used it without my consent. How else would it end up there?
Yeah, that's the question. Also, there was another fish in the tree. I think the poor people may have hung it there to, like, let it hang out. I don't know. Like, or they just left it there for superstition. 5/5 average height. Many stamping stains, so he's likely like a postal or harbor worker. Mint condition, solid gold. Not brawny. He's likely a corrupt officer. He's of English blood, around 5'5", and has an average build. His lack of muscle tone implies that he's hardly strong. Mr. Soulsby does not seem to look like him. He is a abductor. His left palm bears several stamping stains. Some letters remain visible at him, because apparently Mr. Soulsby is the custom officer. He holds a brand new Waldham Hillside watch in his pocket. Only a corrupt custom officer can afford such a thing. Well, it wasn't him, but he pointed towards a lady. Sotsby claims that a foreign woman repeatedly asked him about the disappearance. She's the one who hung missing person posters all around the port. Well, let's try and find those, shall we? But yeah, he's likely not the abductor. Missing person, help! Gervish, missing for a week. Please tell if you see him. Asked Daya in Port Shantytown, red rag over house entrance. Daya, huh? Red rag over house entrance. Let's pin the evidence. Let's go to Shantytown. Also, I wish we could get closer to the train, but I guess not. But yeah, look at this cool thing of the London Bridge being built in the background, or rebuilt in the background. It was built multiple times out of different materials, and it always got swept away or destroyed, and yeah. Well then. I don't think. This is Shantytown, right? Red rag over house entrance. Well, maybe this?
Hello, lad. Is this where I may find Dea?
You read the poster? Yes? You know where my brother Girves is?
Sadly, no. Well, not yet. Where did you last see Girves?
He worked at a, warehouse. This man, Roy Solby, gave him the job. He paid him a necklace.
Do you still have the necklace that Soulsby gave to Girves?
Girves left it near the, shrine. I tried to sell it to buy Amma medicine, but no one wanted to buy.
I want to speak to Dea. Is she around?
Amma, my mother, she got sick after the fire. Big red smoke. She couldn't breathe, so I took her to the doctor. Now I am in charge.
How would you describe this Soulsby?
He was big and strong. He had a big scary eye.
Oh.
Yes, like it was made of metal.
So is the Faring person not like lost an eye? But also definitely not the Roy Soulsby that Meave met.
This cheap pendant looks like silver, but it's only made of tin.
Aww, he got scammed. Oh, that's sad. Slightly the blurred.
Do you think he's okay?
Learn about the missing Nepali brother. Huh.
I should have helped Amma put out the posters. If she hadn't been in the smoke so long, maybe she wouldn't be sick.
Also, she's likely in the hospital or wherever. A boy around 10 years of age resides in one of the poor shanties. He looks to be Nepal and is both exhausted and malnourished. His mother dies at the local clinic. Boy says that his brother Garish disappears after Roy Soulsby, a strong man with a metallic eye, hired him. He's also mentioned that Garish left a pendant which is meant to be his first payment on the altar.
I'm sorry about my English. I try hard.
Yeah, you're doing well.
It appears that the saltpeter explosion rattled the locals. Can't blame them for staying at home.
Well, let's figure out if we can find the actual Roy Soulsby. It's clearly like a swindler that used his name.
Can I ask you a question?
I'm sorry, but I don't know anything.
Lovely hair.
May I ask you something?
It's a shame I can't answer your question.
That guy doesn't look healthy, but hey. Let's see, this is the door to the pub, so maybe we can find him here. Or talk to the bar lady again. No.
Have you ever heard of a man with a metallic eye?
I've seen him even. Dirty Summers is the name. A nasty lout, with a silver ball in place of a missing eye. Doesn't look like anything to me. Doesn't look like anything to me. Doesn't look like anything to me.
Let's go into everything now.
Never heard of it. Doesn't look like anything to me.
What do you know about this poster?
A foreign woman asked to put it up. She's plastered them all over the port.
Any clues as to her whereabouts?
None. It was hard to understand what she was saying.
Okay.
I shudder to ask, but where does one find a Dirty Summers?
He likely signed on with a ship. I am not one to spy on others, let alone him.
I see.
My advice, keep away from him.
Cervikand. Okay, let's see. This one may be wrong. Maybe him. Yeah, okay. Cause, yeah. He says it's not him. Dirty Summers is Kimmy. Yes, kidnapper seems that Roy Saltby could be Summers' accomplice. Maybe, maybe not. Where's Kimmy here? None of them work. Maybe he's abductor. And then we have nothing else. Okay, so we don't know where Kimmy here is yet, but we know that Roy Saltby could be Summers' accomplice. So let me try and find my way back to the port. Oh, we're already running. It's so slow. Is that the same? Strongly men needed for honest work. Apply for details at the pub any Wednesday.
Could you help me? It's a shame I can't answer your question.
Pretty cold out in the rain, huh, mate? First to how went weirdly fast for you? For me it was a mid thing. Not fast, not slow.
About this. I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Yes, I need to ask Roy Saltby.
Excuse me, just one question.
As much as I'd like to help you, I know nothing about this.
Also a nice dry dock here, huh? The Angie, huh? Huh. Okay, I wanna find the dock we just were at. I can. I've completely lost where everything is. Oh, that looks right. That must be dock 3, and that means, yep, we are right. Okay. There we go. Hello there.
Mr. Soulsby, you know more than you're letting on.
What makes you say that?
Mm-mm.
A man named Dirty Summers was involved in some recent kidnappings across London. He used your name as a cover for his deeds.
What? Really? That doesn't mean I'm involved, though. Boulder Dash. Sorry, you lost me there.
But since he's corrupt, but hey.
And how do I sorry.
Mr. Soulsby, a man...
What?
Your calling card was found at the crime scene. That's enough to make you a suspect.
You cannot...
Okay, so I have to get everything right. That's a bit annoying.
This proves...
Nah. Well...
A man...
What?
Your...
lisp. So
Do we even have all the evidences? Huh. Look at that, it changed.
Mr.
Okay, so certain ones change.
It's clearly you have found yourself another source of income. I'm sure Scotland Yard will be delighted.
You have to have them in the right order, that's why.
look, it's not as it seems. I did not partake in the kidnappings.
That's why I said corrupt, but it was apparently in the wrong order.
No, Summers. He paid me to turn a blind eye to his business in the warehouse area. Just that. On my word.
You did not tell me which warehouse he used?
I do not recall, but I used red paint to mark unsupervised warehouses. Ought to be one of them.
What else can you say of Summers?
He is a regular at the Cursed Mermaid. Goes there with his crew almost every evening.
What for?
I don't know. I assumed just for a drink.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll try to go back to the pub. No, we can pass through here. Red warehouse is marked unsupervised, huh? That's good to know.
Why do I have the feeling that you know more about Dirty Summers than you're letting on?
I have nothing more to add, sir. I failed. Are you?
I mean, the thing is, it's probably an order thing, but I think Summers may be the father.
Enough.
I'm not surprised. So what?
And then he told her to use that they are in the Cursed Mermaid pub. There we go.
Customs officer
Okay.
Soulsby testified that Summers was a regular here.
I think I slowly get the thing how this thing works.
All I know is his drinks order.
Oh, really? Well,
If the lives of the missing do not concern you, then I would urge you to think about your unborn child.
Are you threatening me?
Many people are missing, and the main suspect based himself in your establishment. One word to Scotland Yard and your life takes a turn for the worse. Now, spare yourself the trouble and tell me all you know.
Okay. Summers hired my private room. I think he used it to recruit people, but I haven't seen him in a few days. He paid me cash, so I paid him no attention. Nor did I touch anything inside. Here's the key. Go and do what you will. Just leave me out of it.
well, we got the key. So I guess let's check. This room. There we go.
The hairs on the back of my neck stood up.
Yeah, that's a sea battle image. Strongly needed for moving crates and warehouse area. Already knew that. The food looks the same on every plate. Exactly like the bean, whatever that Sherlock had earlier. Parker Williams Corporation Manchester. High quality sailcloth packed in wooden crates, quantity 50, total 50 pounds. Okay. Job is to move crates in the warehouse area. Dirty summer-sized men in the pub's private room. We already knew that. And fresh scratches deeply carved.
I don't recognize them.
No, but maybe our new friend, the bookstore owner, knows. Okay. Job is to move crates in the warehouse area. Dirty summer-sized men in the pub's private room. Likely not it. No, actually it. No, likely the hiring notice. I was just curious if that was that. Dirty Summers has hired men for warehouse work, specifically to carry crates of sailcloth. The abductees could still be inside the warehouse, which would be marked with red paint. Well then. Let's try and find the warehouses, shall we? Not marked. Not marked, and I'm not sure if that's a warehouse. One also doesn't seem to be marked. Maybe one of these. They don't seem to be warehouses, so I don't think the Dock 3 warehouse would be unused, right? Yeah, no, and I cannot find an entrance, so... Or at least another entrance. So likely not. I mean, asking somebody.
Excuse me, just one question. Sorry, sir. Can't help you.
Okay, well, makes sense. Let's see above. Also, thank you. Oh.
Unlikely that this warehouse has the goods.
Yeah, it doesn't have sailcloth. But it's a marked warehouse, so that's a good sign. No. This place is huge. That looks like cloth. some side. Huh. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Cannot really do anything, that's the thing. Ah, okay. Okay, they need to be higher, so each of them need to be higher. I see now how this works. Okay. 1, 1, 1. Not quite. Ah, okay, that makes sense. The line is then shown. Yeah, you have to learn the mechanics.
To be beneath you. As my brother would say, it is for the greater good.
That is sailcloth, but it's very stained.
Mold. That's why you don't leave sailcloth lying out. Good quality, but torn in many spots.
So it's likely not for sailcloth. It's likely for this stuff.
This crank saw some use.
All of these little hand cards.
Layers of rust will prevent any movement.
I don't see any rust there, but I guess. No.
Well oiled and well maintained.
Like the hand crank is for.
Fit for a crank.
Oh, who would have thought? Let's see. Probably. I think I can now pick this up, right? Yep. I think I could have beforehand. I just didn't click a second time, even though I thought I needed. Likely behind it. Yeah, 8.
A hidden passage.
Or underneath it. No. I wanna move this for tomorrow, cause I think it will start something, can I? Okay, let's see. I mean, I think that's enough for today. Like, we almost reached the 2 hours in playtime. And I, don't want to start anything that may take minutes and minutes. I'd rather, retry or try to, keep in the chapters if I can. But yeah, let's see. Not many people streaming today. Or at least right now. So I'm kind of curious if you can find somebody new to raid then. Because both the people that are raidable right now, we have raided a decent bit the last few weeks, so... Let's see what it offers me. Oh, come on. Open. You will not open this in a new tab, will you? Okay, nah. I love it when you click on the stream and they're just having an empty screen. That's always fun. What are they doing? They're doing art, but what are they doing? Ah, they're drawing a... and from some kind of game, but also they're also not available. If anybody has any suggestions on who I can raid, feel free to leave them. Oh, when they have the stream ending screen. Not helpful. Okay, let's see. You have nobody on, yeah. Let's see, and make us some crafting. I mean, they are crocheting. A lot of 3D printing. Use this 3D prints, well, it's clear what they're moving. Keyboard thing, horse stable. Why is makers and crafting in a horse stable thing? But okay, well, whatever. Well, that's Japanese, that's not helpful. Looks like they're felting or something. Sisters of the Hook, they're doing crochet. Woodblock printmaking. Let's see, what's that about? I think they're carving. It's like really hard to find people with little ears that are making things that are actually workable, not just, hey, 3D print. Also, a lot of these people are just having their 3D printer running. And there's a lot of people that make cosplay stuff, but... what's this? What are they making? I don't know, you cannot really see what they're making. I hate when that happens. I'm sorry, I would love to raid you people, but if we cannot see what you're doing, then it's hard to raid. Curious, this woodblock printing. I love it clicking through the streams. I don't know what this actually is. I mean, they're making woodblock printing, but is that the image they're making? I think they're making... Gurlang, and I think they're making like an anime woodblock print in multiple layers. Looks quite interesting. Shall we? Yeah, if it says it's live, then we can't. Oh. Hold on, I wanna like see what he's actually making, cause like all you could see is like zoomed in pictures of wood. I don't know. Is it worth it? Oh, man. I don't think it's like. Yeah, no, if I scroll through his videos, like, he seems to make some things sometimes, but it's mostly talking. Also, he's like 53 parts in, so maybe not. It's hard to find. I think I may not rate out today, which, you know, at this point doesn't make any sense anymore anyway, since all my viewers are gone anyways. But yeah, I think for today, usually I try to find fun people to raid, but in this case, it's so hard to find anything. So yeah. Well, either way, I guess we're not raiding out. I just tried 20 minutes to find somebody to raid and I couldn't. Actually, not 20 minutes. Just like 7 or 8, but still, you know, exaggerating. So yeah, I'm gonna give up on that. Either way, I hope you all will have a lovely rest of your Sundays, and I will be back tomorrow. We're gonna see if we can find out what it has to do with the dock workers. I have the feeling, since everything's connected in some way, shape, or form, that it likely has to do with everything we collected and read in the newspapers about. And could honestly be anything from like human trading to like a cult or something, to whatever. Like, I'm wondering why they're specifically going for these kind of strong men / African people, even abducting them. Like, there must be some value behind them. Either they were involved with like a clan or something, or they need them for something very, very, very specific, where only specific men work for. Maybe for a ritual or something else, or somebody requested them. So I'm interested to see where this is going and why the men were abducted. So far, the setting is beautiful, and I have to say, I definitely enjoy this more than Chapter 1. Like, Chapter 1 had some good things, but this so far is definitely better than that. But yeah, either way, as I mentioned, not gonna raid out, but yeah, I'm gonna be back tomorrow and Tuesday with this game, and on Thursday we shall work more on the Meowth diorama. Maybe actually finishing it. That reminds me, I still need to make the logo for the door. But yeah, I hope you all have a lovely evening, morning, noon, afternoon, nighttime, whatever time zone you're in. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, have a lovely Monday, and hopefully see you all tomorrow. Bye bye!